Welcome to a meeting of your Planning Commission, the official local planning agency for the cities of Tampa, Temple Terrace, Plant City, and unincorporated Hillsborough County. The Planning Commission provides innovative leadership and long-range vision that contributes to the creation of a thriving, prosperous community that offers opportunity, fairness, and choice in how we live, move, learn, work, and play. For more information about the Planning Commission, please call 813-272-5940. Follow us on social media or visit our website at planhillsborough.org.
Good evening. Welcome to the March 9th, 2020 public hearing of the Planning Commission on Temple Terrace Comprehensive Plan Amendments. We thank you for attending this meeting. Your participation and comments are encouraged. If you will, please sign the register at the rear of the room and turn off any devices that may be a distraction. If you wish to address the Commission on a specific amendment, we ask that you please complete the appropriate public comment sign-in sheet at the back of the room. When addressing the Commission, please begin with your name, address, and speak directly into the microphone. For those of you who are not familiar with our process, the meeting will be conducted as follows. The agenda item will be introduced. Staff will give their presentation with a 15-minute time limit. The applicant will be given the opportunity to make a presentation with a 15-minute time limit. Following presentations, members of the public may address the Planning Commission when recognized by the chairman. Public comment will be limited to 3 minutes per person. The applicant will be afforded a 3-minute period for rebuttal or response. Planning commissioners will then ask questions. Public comment will be closed. Then upon a motion, second, and discussion, a vote will be taken. Roll call, please.
Good evening. Bernstein?
Here.
Cardenas? Here. Andrews? Dix? Here. Dowdy? Here. Green?
Present.
Joseph?
Here.
Kress?
Here.
Marina?
Here.
Powell? Here. Rodriguez?
Here.
Thrower?
Here.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. We'll jump right into our one agenda item, Temple Terrace Comprehensive Plan Amendment 20-01.
Good evening, Mark Hudson, Planning Commission staff. Our staff has been processing one plan amendment for the City of Temple Terrace this cycle. We didn't have any plan amendments submitted for the City of Plant City this cycle, which is a bit unusual. However, our next cycle we have 4 that have been initiated, and 1 for Plant City and 1 for Temple Terrace, so I'll be back in May to brief you on those. But tonight's business is TTCPA 2001. This shows you the location of this plan amendment for Temple Terrace. As you can see, its location in proximity to the municipal boundaries. On March 3rd, which is just a short time ago, the City of Temple Terrace actually annexed this property in, so we'll be adjusting this map to incorporate the property that is involved with this plan amendment into our database within the municipal limits since that action has been taken. This is an aerial of the site to give you an idea of the character of the area that it is within. If I can bring up the arrow here, this is Harney Road going basically east and west, and this is US 301. The plan amendment area is circled in the lavender dashed line. It's approximately 82 acres. And you can see some of the uses that surround it, particularly commercial, public, semi-public, agricultural, and industrial. Currently, there is only one single-family home that directly abuts the property. By way of a little bit of background, this was privately initiated. It is regular scale, so we will be transmitting it to the Department of Economic Opportunity if the City Council so directs on March 17th. The approximate acres are 82.3. Its county land use is Hillsborough County Community Mixed Use 12. The applicant is asked for Temple Terrace Research Corporate Park, and I've already mentioned that it was annexed into the city on a voluntary basis on March 3rd. I got some photos and some aerials to show you to give again a little bit of character of the area. You can see this is the site in question. You can see Harney Road and 301. Directly to the north is a commercial strip center with a grocery store. To the west is a milk and bottling plant that has an agricultural designation from Hillsborough County, from the property appraiser. And to the south, just at the very bottom of the screen, you can see some of that industrial development of an industrial park to the south. And I'll have some more photos of that. This shows you looking east at the intersection of Harney Road and Temple Terrace Highway. On your left is the site that is a subject of this plan amendment. This shows you the Winn-Dixie that is part of the strip center that is directly to the north on the opposite side of Harney Road. There are a couple churches that abut the site. This is one that is across from the plan amendment site on the north side of Harney Road. And this is a Google map to show you basically the intersection of Harney and 301, and the property is directly head-on to this, this photograph. And this is US 301, and the property is on your right-hand side of the screen. This is the other church that abuts the property. This is on US 301. And this shows you an example of some of the industrial development that is directly to the south. And finally, this is the milk and the juice bottling plant that has an agricultural designation by the property appraiser that is directly to the west. So this is the plan amendment map as it stands today. Both in Temple Terrace and in the county, both have designation in this area of community mixed use 12. You can see some of the gray for industrial uses to the south. And the applicant is requested Temple Terrace Research Corporate Park, which has more of a salmon color. And you can see the area surrounded by the black dashed line of what would be affected if this plan amendment was so approved by Temple Terrace City Council. So what were the potential impacts? Today, the property has quite a bit of residential entitlements, almost 1,000 dwelling units, and about 1.7 million square feet of non-residential uses. If the plan was approved by Temple Terrace City Council, those residential entitlements would disappear. However, the non-residential entitlements would basically double to 3.5 million square feet, going from a 0.5 FAR to a 1 FAR. This is Temple Terrace's vision map on the right-hand side of the screen, and you can see down by Temple Terrace Highway 301 and Harney Road. That is identified on their vision map as a major activity center, something that they're particularly planning for and projecting to serve with public utilities. Our staff did review Temple Terrace's comprehensive plan by the application, and the policy goals, objectives, and policies in full are in your packets. In particular, we looked at community development, multimodal corridors, major activity centers, economic development areas, growth management, citywide redevelopment strategies, the provision of public facilities, annexation and intergovernmental coordination, and we felt it was consistent with all those policies that are so noted in your packet. With that, our staff recommends that the Planning Commission recommends that TTCPA 20-01 be found consistent with the goals, objectives, and policies of the Imagine 2040 Temple Terrace Comprehensive Plan, and to forward this recommendation to Temple Terrace City Council. To give you a little bit of a timeline, we're of course here to garner your recommendation tonight. We have a similar transmittal hearing in front of Temple Terrace City Council on March 17th. And if they so choose to transmit to DEO, we would expect them to return their comments within 30 days. And Temple Terrace City Council has scheduled a potential adoption public hearing on April 21st for final action. Chairman, that completes my staff report, and I stand for any questions. I'll also note that we have Temple Terrace staff here and representatives of the applicant and some citizens who may wish to speak.
Okay, does the Temple Terrace want to speak on this?
I think they're here just to respond to questions.
Okay. Would the applicant like to speak on this? Please come forward.
Good evening, Cammie Corbett, 101 East Kennedy Boulevard, Suite 3700, with the law firm of Hill Ward Henderson representing the applicant. I think Mark's done a very good job of outlining our plan amendment request and orienting you to the request, so I won't take any more of your time. Our team is here to answer any questions. I do have the applicant, Mr. Paul Seafried from Seafried Properties here, as well as representatives from Kimberly Horn, which is our development team, if you have any questions of us.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from commissioners? Oh, sorry. Thank you. public comment. Anyone want to speak under public comment? Please come forward. Thank you, Melissa, for reminding me. No public comment. Any questions from commissioners? No question, Commissioner Green?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to look for something. Okay. I just had one question about access. Would there be access to this property from 301?
City staff is in a process of reviewing the rezoning, and they could probably address this more clearly if I cannot. But there will be access to property not only from 301, but from Harney and also from Professional Place, which is the industrial area to the south.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? No further questions. Would someone like to make a motion?
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Can I go ahead and make
Yeah,
a motion?
yep.
Okay. I move for finding of consistency of Temple Terrace Comp Plan Amendment 20-01. And we forward this on to the City of Temple Terrace for approval, for adoption.
Got a motion by Commissioner Green, a second by
Second.
Commissioner Bernstein. Any further discussion before we vote? No further discussion. All in favor of the motion as stated, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. That is the only item on our agenda, so the public hearing's adjourned. Thank you.